Yeah. Social media advertising, blah, blah, blah. We've heard it all before. But do you understand how important social media advertising is to local advertisers? If you don't, you'll find out in this episode.
Welcome to Corey's Local Marketing Minute, an enlightening and entertaining look at what's happening in local marketing. Corey's Local Marketing Minute is brought to you by Burrell's exciting new offering, Local Scope. Business owners might tell you they already know who their customers are, but using GPS data from smartphones, Local Scope unlocks powerful insights into customer behavior and psychographics by mapping travel patterns from doorstep to storefront. But it goes beyond that. It also maps the competitors' customers. Want to give it a try? Just go to localscope.com and fill out the contact form. And now, the shaman of local marketing, Corey Elliott.
Welcome back to another Local Marketing Minute. I am Corey Elliott, your host for the next minute. Today, we're going to revisit one of our favorite subjects, social media advertising. Well, social media use in social media advertising when it comes to local advertisers and their marketing. Last month, we did a survey with our SMB panel. A few hundred local advertisers answered an entire survey about social media. In fact, they asked us to prepare a survey for them because they wanted to understand what other people were doing and how they viewed social media advertising. Let me share the results with you. First number, 87%. 87% of our panelists said they use social media to market or advertise their business. And heck, 25% use over 4 platforms. Well, 4 or more platforms. The average number of platforms used? 2.5. And you can probably guess what platform jumped the most in usage between 2024 and 2025. Good old TikTok went from 13% to 20%. Now, if you think that's a small number when you consider TikTok, remember, this is a survey of local advertisers, the SMBs of the world. 1 out of 5 SMBs are saying, yeah, I advertise on TikTok, when it was only 13% 1 year ago. So, hefty jump. All platforms jumped in usage. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. The only one that stayed flat was X. But as I said, on average, 2.5 platforms are used. Last year, it was 2.2. Now this becomes even more interesting when you look at the increase or decrease of general use. Speaking of those 2 platforms I just mentioned, TikTok and X, that's where we saw a lot of movement as far as an increase or decrease of use. Tell you what I mean. 29% of those who used TikTok in 2024 said they've increased their usage this year. Meanwhile, 55% of those that were using X in 2024 said they are decreasing their use of X. So these are the 2 that are going in opposite directions. And shout out to YouTube as well. 36% of those who were using YouTube in 2024 said, yeah, I'm using it more in 2025. So 2 video platforms, not only showing more small businesses using them, but an increase of usage. Meanwhile, X fallen off a cliff. So why? What could be driving this? Keep these guys in mind. YouTube, TikTok, X. Just so we can show 2 different sides of the coin equation thing. We asked the panelists, why is your company's use of whatever platform increasing? Please select all that apply and we give them a list. Number 1 reason, whatever the platform was, number 1 reason, reach more people. 73% said, I'm increasing my spend in this platform because I can reach more people. Number 2, at 46%, targeting capabilities. So is this what they see inside of YouTube and TikTok? Reaching more people and targeting? Maybe. The other side of all this, reasons you're decreasing usage. Number 1 reason that I'm decreasing my usage, 37% said because I'm reaching fewer peeps. So can you guess what the second biggest reason is? 30% said can't reach our target. So reaching the right audience, major factor in what social media platform I use, or certainly the perception of reaching the right people. Now, why does all of this matter? If you're sitting inside a local media company or a local agency, it's because the perception that local advertisers have about social media and its role in their overall marketing campaigns or campaign plans or planned campaigns. Get the idea. In fact, there you go. We asked, in your company's overall marketing mix, what role does social media play? Is it your primary channel? One of the top 2 or 3? Does it play a secondary support role? Or is it minimal? Well, coming in fourth, minimal. Only 13% said social media minimal role. On the other side, 18% said it's the primary channel. 23% said it plays a support function, which leaves 45% saying it's one of the top 2 or 3. Add those together, you got darn near 2/3 saying social media is at least in the top 3, if not the top primary channel. Whether it should be or not, that's the perception. Now remember, go back to the beginning of this video. How many platforms are they using on average? 2.5. So this social media isn't just one channel. On average, it's 2.5. So I'm already at 2.5 channels. So there is a lot of attention being paid to social media. In fact, rightly or wrongly, check this out. 28% of local advertisers who use social media to market themselves, 28% consider social media metrics when determining the ROI of other media. 1 out of 4 are saying, whatever you're doing or supplying me, I'm going to measure it through social media. Again, right, wrong, or other, that's what they're doing left to their own devices. I can hardly blame them if nobody is presenting them with alternative ROI measurements. What would you do? And finally, one of the more sobering facts in here, we'll probably get into this in another episode between the use of free social media and paid social media. But for this question, we're talking about the local advertisers who pay something, boost posts, a distribution cost, content creation, something with social media. They're paying out dollars. We asked, in the past year, has your company reduced spending on any other marketing efforts in order to increase investment in social media? Well, yeah. 7% decreased out of home. Interestingly, 17% decreased SEM, 23% decreased TV, and 23% decreased direct mail. 27% decreased radio, and finally, 53% decreased what? Print. Now, to be fair, 27% did say they funded it another way rather than decreasing any. But as TikTok increases in usage and YouTube increases in usage and X maybe falls a little bit, the money's going to come from other avenues. And for a quarter of these guys, these other avenues are going to be measured through social media. I say all of this to impress upon you how important social media is in the minds of local advertisers. And it's got to be accounted for. Not that you aren't, but it's becoming such an integral part of their marketing plans that you shouldn't just ignore it or think it's something separate. Make it part of everything else. The larger overall thing, what's it, doohickey, trademark.
You've been watching Corey's Local Marketing Minute. Don't forget to check out Local Scope by visiting localscope.com. And remember, if you'd like to hear more of Corey's insights, check out the Local Marketing Trends podcast. Just Google Burrell Podcast.